We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here we go. 65, 65.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's complete to Tony. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Touchdown! Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Giants and the Texans last year, if you go by the numbers, the 2 poorest offenses in the NFL. The Giants 31st in total yardage, and the Texans dead last. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo.
Here's a diving catch right side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
21.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, another run with Taylor. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Hey, gun.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Wilson dancing to his left. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Flush to his right. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo, nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jones. "62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Rolling to his left. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Garoppolo on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Touchdown, Giants! Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. We got 3. 21. Watch out. 13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Gano out to kick this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Switch, switch, switch.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
I got them. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 6. Mike.
The shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
What we got? Come on, fellas. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 6. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 6. Target. Hey, gun. Hey, check Mike 6. Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's checking.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On play action, now Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Here we go. 180. Got double tight. 21. I got this. 11. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
From the 41, Wilson. Open man here, Schwartz complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and very short, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Bang up, bang up, bam, bam. 34, right 34. Scoot, scoot, scoot. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. 19. Here I come. Here I come. 34's the Mike. 34.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Go ahead.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game.